Good morning, guys. So I did a post on Instagram last week, and I will show it right here. And it was basically just a picture of the outside view of my apartment and how I vision what it is like to be on a lake, where in the future that's where I want to live, is right next to a lake with a house and just be outside. And I just envision myself being outside either in the early mornings or at night, where the bugs are just making their noises, and I can hear the water and it's just flowing, and I just envision myself doing that because that's where I want to be in the future. And so today we're going to talk about these days and how rough and tough these days are, but also, the good times too. So I'm not sure if I do this a lot in my videos, and that is complaining. I might do it unconsciously because this is my only form of complaining. And ironically, I actually hate people who complain. I think there's a healthy balance, but people who complain about the simple things it kind of rubs me the wrong way, and it kind of irritates me to see them complain about something like that. And what I mean by that is just like complaining about not getting enough cream in your coffee or something like that, simple like that. So let's get to the video. I want to take this all in. I want to take these days all in. I want to take in all the hardships, all the good times, all the simple times. I just want to take everything in right now, so I feel that. So when I'm successful in where I want to be, then I will be able to, remember those times, because it's grained into my brain of how crappy these times are, but also like how simple it was. And I want to remember the process of how it took me to get to that point. So I know this is all part of the process, and I'm very happy and glad I'm going through this process, because I'll know in my brain that I don't want to go back to where I was, and that will just push me even farther to my goals. And my goals are always going to be moving. I think all goals should be moving forward, because once you get to your goal, if you just hit that goal and then never do anything else, then that's how people get depressed, because we are people who want to be goal driven, and we want to keep leveling up in life, because if you're not leveling up and staying stagnant, well, that's when the rich and people who have everything they've ever wanted become depressed. And speaking about people who are depressed when they're rich, a lot of people who are rich who come out and say, oh, you guys, I'm not really going through a good time right now. I'm kind of feeling sad and depressed. And you see a lot of poor people. Well, I assume they're poor because they're like, oh, boo-hoo, why don't you just go cry in your Lamborghini? I mean, I wish I could go and be in a Ferrari and just cry there. I'd rather be doing that than this. And I understand why a lot of people who are poor say that. And I get it, because when you're in that spot, you think all my problems will be solved with money. And I get it, because I'm in the same boat, because I feel like all my problems are going to be solved with money. And it's just not the case. Andy Frisella said it the best. And he said, it's not more money, more problems. It's more money, different problems. And I totally agree with that, because it just makes so much sense. I'm not rich personally, and I know that money is not going to solve all of my problems, even though right now it feels like it would. And it kind of irritates me when someone who is at the top complaining and being like, oh, I'm not going through a good time, and that doesn't irritate me. The people who are like, oh, boo-hoo, who cares? You're rich, you have everything. Like, I don't understand why they think that they can't have feelings, and why they can't be, like down in the dumps sometimes. And I'm about to get dark right here, but I feel like everyone who is down in the dumps and is rich and powerful and has everything they ever wanted commit suicide, because they have no one to turn, and they feel like everyone will be against them because they have everything, but they still feel empty inside, and they don't understand what to do. And if they come out and say something, all the people that follow them and who are not as successful as them are going to put them even more down, because those people don't truly understand that those people who are down in the dumps and rich have feelings as well, and know that money is not everything. In these times I kind of get scared sometimes. And what I mean by that is I say this a lot, but sometimes I feel like, am I ever going to make it? And am I ever going to become where I want to become? I know, okay, so 99.99% I am going to be there where I am going to be. But there's still that 0.01% chance that I won't, if I die or if something else happens. And that's still in the back of my head, and it kind of scares me because my whole life is just dedicated to becoming this person that I want to become. And to envision that and see that fail is just one of my biggest fears in life. And the reason that scares me so much is because 2 years ago, I was thinking I was going to be at this certain place. I thought I was going to be, I'm going to have all this money. Well, I'm going to at least be starting to achieve what I thought I was going to achieve 2 years ago, and I haven't achieved it yet. So in turn, it kind of discourages me from my goals into the future. And I know it all comes with patience and that stuff, but still looking back, that's why it scares me so much to see that I don't feel like I've made any progress, even though I've made tons of progress, but it's just all perspective on that stuff. And I also see, a lot of other young millionaires, people my age, killing it in the lifestyle. And I know I shouldn't really look at that. I shouldn't compare. Gary Vee had a video actually about all young people should watch this or something. It has millions of views. It's very popular and it's really good. It's like that girl was in the video was talking about how she kept looking at the Kardashians, which I think that's a really bad example. I think she should have talked about someone who's not well known, but still has a lot of money and is, flaunting it. But don't get me wrong. It doesn't scare me that much because obviously, I know I'm going to do it eventually. Someday I'm going to, and I'm still very young, so I don't know why I complain so much, but it's kind of like you live in the now and you think of the future. And what I do is I think of all roads. Like I think of, if I do this, is this going to lead me there? And if I do this, is it going to lead me the other way? And if sometimes I think of what if I don't do it, and I think of my life in a way where I am not successful. And I think that's a good thing to do because, you see your life that way and you see how much you would hate that life. So, and I also look in the future and I think, am I going to miss this life that I have right now? Because my life right now is pretty simple. And I know with more money, your life gets more complicated because you have more responsibilities and you have more things to do. And I wonder if in the future, when I have those more complicated things to do, will I look back on these days and see myself and be like, God, my life was so simple that time. My life, all I had to do was back test and trade and get up and then go work out. And, I do all the things over and over again. And I wonder if my future self will be like, look back and be like, I miss those times. And I don't think I will because I'm very aware of how much I would rather be over there than right here. And I'm sure future me will be the same way, as like I would rather be here where I am right now than I was right now. It's just little stuff like that I think about. And this video is basically just for future me, so I can look back on this and, see what I was thinking at this time. Because don't you guys always just like looking back on yourself and seeing where you came from? And that's why I started this YouTube channel, mainly because of I wanted to document everything, so then later on future me could be looking back on these videos and be like, I came so far. And something I do to slap myself back into reality and realize that I have it better off than a lot of people in this world is I think about, I have 2 arms, 2 legs, I can walk, I'm not paralyzed, I'm not deaf, I'm not blind, and I don't have any debt, so I don't have that on my shoulders. And I can basically do what I want to do, and I don't have any responsibilities as a lot of other people in this world have. So I am trying to take full advantage of the blessings I have in this world and get to where I need to go to become what I need to be. So yeah, I'm better off than a lot of people, and I don't say that to brag. I just say that to humble myself because I do in my head. I'm not sure if I do it on the camera because I don't want to, but in my head I complain a lot, and it irritates me because I hate complainers, but I'm complaining myself. It's hard to express yourself without complaining sometimes. That's just something I have to get over. And if I complain in my head, no big deal. I just don't feel like I need to complain all the time to you guys because that would be very annoying for a lot of people. Like, just shut up and stop complaining and just do what you need to do. And I realized that I need to do that. So I hope this video wasn't such a downer. I just wanted to get out. I hope I wasn't too down on myself. I wanted to get out my thoughts on these days so my future self can look on this video and just be so grateful for what I've overcome and just realize that my life wasn't that bad, you know? I'm very proud of where I am right now, and I know I can only just go up from here. You know, I do so much that it's kind of impossible for me to fail at what I want, but I know it's still, I still got a long journey ahead of me, and I'm looking forward to it. Some days are gonna suck, but I can't wait until the future. But I want to live in these days too because we only got so much time on this earth, so might as well enjoy it while it lasts. And that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video, so take care.